He once said, and I'm paraphrasing here, I do not fear the chiptune artist that can make 10,000 sounds. I fear the chiptune artist that makes a single sound 10,000 times. My favorite thing was my Game Boy. Miracle pocket technology I called my own. It brought me great joy, and I fantasized about light-up screens and endless batteries. Eyes closed, headphones blasting, a game-packed masterpiece. Many years later, my wishes granted in the mods made by great minds that paved the way beyond the game to create soundscapes deeply shaped by the limits of the day on the DMG CPU in 4 shades of gray. They published and shared their schematics and dreams, democratizing what you see now, the chiptune scene. Shout out to those makers pioneering with constraints, but there's another contributor with which we need to acquaint. The video game, hardware and manufacturing patron saints, iconic ideas and breakthrough features were like his paint. Rest in peace, Gunpei, you legend of technology. His words are one to consider in chiptune's apology. Making using a 3-hate approach. Gunpei, Yoko, manifesto. Lateral thinking was worse than they know. For you legal teachers, because they're not outgrown. We're no as part of a charter. The chiptune equivalent, Magna Carta on the shoulders of giants. We're not the starters. His philosophy to me is not precept or instructor. Yes, the word template the Game Boy semiconductor. But there's more to be seen here when examining at this juncture, like finding divine inspiration in decaying infrastructure. See, his meaning to glean, where capitalism has moved on. Art to make, ideas to shake, streets to take that wealth won't look on. I'm not the best or brightest, but I can choose what I obtain, because I'm not stuck and don't believe in superiority of any kind is sustained. I work harder, not smarter, because smarter believes in attaining perfection, but it can't imagine perfect without demanding death and dissection. My life feels like a bonfire to burn, and I'm reckless when I fight. The end result is not spitting fire, but embodying its light. I ardently condition patients to be triggered all at once, to burn bright and free for fame, for the sake of beauty and what it confronts. My body's breaking down and it's lost through this decay is viewed as joy when I count the cost against the fear of death and my own finitude. So bring out your skeleton, address the root with the elephant. Get down in the dirt, break new ground, find your element. Then bury the skeleton and recruit all those elephants. Acknowledge what hurts, love where you are, shed malevolence. 3 tones and noise is all I can produce on this hardware mundane, like the last crack of campfire against the night sky is weighing. The dawn is breaking against the cold and may nothing of my life remain. The terrain take and bury me, fertilizer for the food chain. The ideas I carry to be married to new ones to make. A dreadful nuisance to oppressive dogmata till they fall from power and break. Conditionata ardeo is my namesake for true. It's Condard for show. These are my words, please to meet you. So bring out your skeleton, address the root with the elephant. Get down in the dirt, break new ground, find your element. Then bury the skeleton, and recruit all those elephants. Acknowledge what hurts, love where you are, shed malevolence. Correct taking you to the 3-hate coat. Gunpei, Yoko, manifesto. Lateral thinking was once what they know. For you little pieces, because they're not outgrown. Worth to know as part of a charter. The chiptune equivalent, Magna Carta on the shoulders of giants. We're just getting started. Thank you. My name is Condard. I am from Albuquerque, New Mexico. How are you doing, Tucson? That sounds wonderful. I want to thank Roma Lampkin for opening the night. That was amazing and wonderful. I've been following her for like 2 years and really excited to see her live finally. Ravenhag, thank you as well. Your set was great. Looking forward to hearing 10-speed after this. But you got me for the next like half hour, 40 minutes here. Trying to live my next song here. This next one is, I got some choice words to say about, well, the manosphere nonsense, kind of how it, yeah, well, anyways. This one's called Dogs Down. That's not Dogs Down.
hate it when that happens.
Here we go. It's called Dogs Down. I'm desired like a space heater in a warm room. At arm's length, a closer connection? No thanks. A simple coexistence with not being wanted. Like a little mushroom chilling in the forest, I flaunt it. Inner needs met, I reflect in context. Solemn silence in the left, a desire when no one's set. Like a scale of final calming check the polar main set. I got thousands of genders, but not the picture I yet. The facts feel safe, the bears are canine teeth. I bear them back, unafraid, and then I speak. My pronouns are they, them. If it's all the same, their name is he, him, but that distinction remains. And that's my introduction. In short, I'm not him. That's my pronoun name, and theirs are they, them. Now I can feel your annoyance, and it's something that's tribal to your podcast section of manosphere-wide survival. Close the rap, and now you can't afford to reconcile because reason is suburban, now I got to juvenile. Perhaps to ride the logic pitch with empathy removed, that allow me to talk about who you're one to produce. Putting down a trans folk, treating race like a venue. We talk about women and what they really think to. That's how you cope with your phobia. Put the flip over Sophia like the bad guy in a wide dystopia. But there could be hope for ya. We're going on a field trip to roll with the concept of empathy over ya. The pack, the punch, and it might seem all scary if your knowledge of emotions is just a dictionary. See, way back when Captain Crunch and we found berries, the methods of those cheers was, boy, don't be a fairy. To feel your feelings, you have to be a weakness. And geek shit for boys make the freaks that they keep this. It wasn't you then. Today it's by the face, broke the whole broken, the Joe Rogan pipelines are broken. So younger than the serial ad hailstorm. It seems proper to normalize that as much as uniform. Now Peter got a heart on for the way I'm setting up on the sound. I'm like a God promise, that's the way I'm putting these dogs down. I'm like a God promise, that's the way I'm putting these dogs down. So I'm hitting with words instead of sticks and stones. You're not a drone, so can you hear the message and tone? I said I'm hitting with words instead of sticks and stones. You're not a drone, can you hear the message and tone? You're the reason you're alone, but I'll throw you a bone. You're not a drone, can you hear the message and tone? No matter what I say, it's like I'm talking to a stone. I guess someone's home. I'll leave a message at the tone. Ah shit, disconnected. What is that? When after step up, you started stepping like gooses. Instead of choosing to be still, you're licking boots from abuses. Loose the armband and clipping your wings. The person toxic, turn loose on the oppressor. Peace was never an option. As a younger man, I had shit opinions for my teachers, but a helpful father figure challenged me like a teacher. So pay for your bitterness, condition weakness. But it comes from that time I rely on a like a beach. There's no man in your life, love and anger out of screen, instead they call you weak. So you take their answers as relief, but sometimes you need to bargain. You kept them just a friend, feel the savage bottle, then before you hash it out again. Can't believe it, let my enemies out, rifle or reason where you can battle your own soul instead of be kicking your teeth in. I call my friends girlies if they're missing or ancillary. My girlies of their neighbors trans sister on binary. I said I call my friends girlies if they're missing or ancillary. My girlies of their neighbors trans sister non-binary. So I'm hitting with words instead of sticks and stones. You're not an infantry drone, so can you hear the message and tone? I'm hitting with words instead of sticks and stones, man, you're drone. Can you hear the message and tone? You're the reason you're alone, but I'll throw you a bone. You're all grown. Can you hear the message and tone? I'm the hero for the fool from his self-made throne. You check the wellness check to see if there's a wise man home. Knock, knock. Replace your daily thoughts on the cruelty of the Romans. Financial fear brought about making them a woman. Alpha male nonsense supports systemic violence. And they're used for science, but it's not so reliant. Do you really not see just how wicked it is? To wish extermination of the world's differences? If you are the one to start the war, pull the trigger. If you let your bitterness get jacked by the root of something bigger. The people fell in line and just get what they're told. You think the world would be better in the image or more? Your God says that, but you all say should. Declaring like toddlers that everything you want is good. You want that rush feeling when you face opposition. That's just attention. It goes away and you still can't listen. Cause you're still you, simply for podcast news. Venting contempt for others, but once again you're still you. Look today, if you have that world you wish to create, how do you think you would act differently to love it in that state? I mean, all you've done is after contemplating future doubts, where with all that they can trouble when it's all you've been about. At what point would you change and let others be who they are? You wouldn't, you can't, you never thought that far. You're becoming your own truth, it's already here. Different fears with a trench coat that can't change gears. So I'm hitting with words instead of sticks and stones, but then what's home? Are you asleep beside your flesh and bone instead of hitting with words instead of sticks and stones? Can you heat it? Or can you only change the broken bones? A person level same regrets and wish that you can own. An easy way out where you don't have to reap what you've sown. I'm here with a megaphone, calling you a sad trombone so you can find a stepping stone outside of your testosterone and being terrified of the unknown. Your child's thinking of something that could be outgrown. Sometimes you atone and take time to leave and be alone. Drop the lame ass fantasy and bleed out the stolen. I'll die for these stupid will make you a hero. Grow up, you're being asked to care about your neighbors. If you do anything but everything just so you can say I hate her. Shit. Thanks. That song is like 1,200 words. So you all read my essay on the manosphere in an audiobook. Again, that one's called Dogs Down. This next one is a brand new one, but don't fuck it up. Anyone here play the game Death Stranding?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's like my favorite game ever. No big deal.
It's like really sad delivery driver of the game.
Yeah, it's really sad delivery driver of the game. But anyway, this is about this is from like the bad guy's perspective in that game. No spoilers, don't worry, but it's really good. It's called Bridge Baby. He was a man of war. Thought he'd seen it all before, but in this sterile clinic room, he's having trouble at the door. At his core, he fights to keep the people he loves safe. The wife is girl in a coma, and her child in a case. He makes haste. Every day he visits, trying to keep his spirits high. Drink a little to pause the pain, but bring some tears to the little guy. Tell him stories and to show him he's the apple of his eye. Doesn't know if he can hear him, but as his dad he has to try. Cause he's his baby. His love for him will never die. In the hope that one day they can embrace and see eye to eye. Until then, he'll be visiting again and again. His torment, this time spent, but hopelessness won't win. This bridge, baby, hits my feelings and maybe I'm still a father and death still a robber. The child still mother, God, he still loves her. Visit every day and hold her hand on bed covers. This bridge, baby, hits my feelings and maybe I'm still a father and death still a robber. The child still mother, God, he still loves her. Visit every day and hold her hand on bed covers. Legendary soldier, Captain Clifford Cliffhanger. But in this room he's a grieving dad with a guilt looming under a hunger to feel his baby's skin, see his Lisa's eyes again. But the regret is building up, unable to atone for his sin. He made rash decisions. The more he dwells, the more he's spiraling, desperate to save his family after the accident they've been in. Cliff was in denial. His Lisa was brain dead. Bridges said that they could save her, and he believed them. Told him his son would make it too, so he agreed for relief. But years of grief and no progress showed him Bridges is the thief. Had he only let her die, but she was beaming as a mom to be. Now he's drowning in drink, thinking these Bridges fucks are off to me. He's done with the legalese. Lisa and Phoebe need to be free. He'll be damned for either of them to be left there as Bridges' property. Just one more mission to save them, with a little assistance. McLean looks the other way. He frees his Lisa from her existence. His Lisa. No. Lisa's been gone for years. To love is dear, but no Melissa needs no more room in his heart for fear. He's going to take her son to get away. Love her strong to disappear. This bridge, baby, hits my feelings and maybe I'm still a father and death still a robber. The child still mother, God, he still loves her. With the pillow and the gun, she'll no longer suffer. A virtuous appliance for science and calm structures, and the price of its foundation was paid by traffic still mothers. With no dignity to die, we demand their sacrifice. It wasn't ours to give, which makes the contributions all a lie. What do you gain connecting humanity at the cost of humanity? How can you call it virtue and progress when you make living profanity? You think this violence on the poor is for the good of all others? No good is worth the exploitation of children and dying mothers. If we can't embrace that, then we embrace the sixth extinction. Cynical progress severs the strands of love and calls it cheap fiction. Quickest course with Phoebe, alarm is sounding, still defiant. He's never been afraid of death, he's fighting to free his family from a tyrant. And Lisa is free, no longer feeling regret or guilty. His whole existence is to protect her son, his precious Phoebe. He feels it harder than the bullet holes in the floor beneath him. Don't take solace in his death because that beach ashore won't keep him. So stay alert, porter, your Phoebe's unit may keep you safe, but out there, Captain Unger will never give up on his vengeful chase. He'll be back for his BB. Fuck these bridges cops. Give him back his BB or face a grieving dad that cannot stop. Give back his BB. They all are science, progress, rot. He'll hunt you down with the mournful call of all who died in war for naught. All who died in war for naught. This bridge, baby, hits my feelings, and maybe I'm still a father and dad's still a robber. The child's still mother's dark story uncovered. She waits through the beach and waits for her lover. This bridge, baby, hits my feelings, and maybe this bridge, baby, hits my feelings, and maybe I'm still a father, I'm still a father, I'm still a father, and dad's still a robber. Thank you. So let that be an advertisement for the game. It's really good. Next, I'm gonna play. Well, I like to write nerd. The genre is nerdcore, where like you write stuff that's kind of in the universe or other things. I've written a song or two in this universe. This one's kind of about Scooby-Doo, like. Kind of in the Trojan horse sense. It's not really about Scooby-Doo, it's about billionaires. Are there any billionaires in the house? Yeah, that's what I thought. Fuck them. This song is basically asking Scooby some questions about what he would do when he finds out the ghost in the suit, the billionaire. That last track was kind of quiet, so this one probably feels really loud. You can bring it leveled after you do. Billionaire class craft the newscast like villains and Scooby. Media they own set the tone, set world news of newbies. Go Tucson, critical thought and start with their pedal fear. And getting away with it too, letting these kids won't interfere. Steering clear, don't want to be branded as a criminal. Lose the algorithm scrape, caught in that 200 view space liminal. Saying unalive, not killed, it's more than untraditional. You're allowed to speak, but your vocabulary's conditional. When violence is the question, do you answer to its rules? Let it kill with impunity, call the innocent thugs and fools. Let it grant immunity to abuse of state tools, and go free from scrutiny as the murdering for fuel. You change the way you spoke, so where do you draw the line? Do you run from the ghost and do the hallway door chasing kind? Or do you have an appetite for more that's worth feather ruffling, willing to set a right stance for big sandwich shuffling? Cause there's no Scooby snap, revolution starts within. Unmasking your own prejudice gets you ready to begin. You can start with small efforts, resistance isn't just defiance. So what can silence purchase beyond license for more violence? Play the billionaire's game, you're so burned at their bidding. Setting the sword like a pawn on their board for committing. You make enough to cover rent and have some paper for shitting. Running from ghosts on that phone, dude on that toilet you're sitting. Violence is their thesis, so they criticize and slander. Violence is their question, so they don't police our answer. Violence is their policy to elevate their rules. So what power do you have to unmask and cause removal? What answer do you give when violence is the question? What answer do you give when violence is the question? What answer do you give when violence is the question? If you keep running from ghosts, refuse to hear the lesson. A reliance on the mighty makes them feel like giants. Religious fervor feels good when it takes the place of science. But Romans 13 will cry the backward evangelical to appeal heretical. Reinventing the Bible is idle for hypotheticals, taking great pain to quote scripture and mansplain. According to Paul, the ruler doesn't wield the sword today, but that gives it utility. So hop aboard the soft train. Accountability and justice is what reckons powers reign. Or is it just fame? Centuries of violence celebrated, genocide and slave trade, the scope tools now abated. The blood of enslaved people spilled on soil stolen, simply shaded. Cheeky Scooby, that's dubious. The receipts remain here unfaded. Demanding sword wielders while we shackled and paraded to their own deeds of destruction to give account for what they traded. In exchanging blood for value, it's not nothing. I'm unpersuaded by an appeal that lives by the sword and scorns all integrated. The ghost suits are slipping, so rip them off with your own hands. It'll take more than seeing clearly to stop this thieving band. Scooby, your whole chat is set clever traps and call police. But the cops are the officers that want their profits to increase. So Scooby-Dooby-Doo, does the violence scare you? Now that you know the ghosts are men, there's still a mystery for you. I said Scooby and whole crew, let this question be your clue. How do you organize the people for justice around you? Violence is their thesis, so they criticize and slander. Violence is their question, so they don't police our answer. Violence is their policy to elevate their rules. So what power do you have to unmask and cause removal? What answer do you give when violence is the question? What answer do you give when violence is the question? if a phrase like this in your head plays, like, do I have the courage to like stand up and disobey? You're already losing as the ghost story offenders. These shaky teeth, chatter focused splinters. Let a new thought in your mind, one that is greater. I will stand up for what is right and choose to love my neighbor. Ghost of tyranny takes opposition from you, but even scarier than that, no one can tell you what to do. Once you realize this fact, that every choice you make is yours, you're just weighing consequences and maybe how to open doors for the voice of the poor, for the rich murder, mock, and steal. And if you dare to use force, they'll deny your place or ID their ideals. Violence is not the answer because of them it's spoken for. Violence is their answer, but it is never yours, so fuck the fact check. Don't debate with those that make the world hotter. Let the presence of their lives be like blood to sharks in water. Violence is their thesis, so they criticize and slander. Violence is their question, so they told police our answer. Violence is their policy to elevate their rules, so burn the mass and fast the billionaires prep fuel. Violence is their thesis, so they criticize and slander. Violence is their question, so they told police our answer. Violence is their policy to elevate their rules, so burn the mass and fast the billionaire prep fuel. What answer do you give when violence is the question? What answer do you give when violence is the question? What answer do you give when violence is the question? Or do you keep running from ghosts and refuse to hear the lesson? Alright. I need some water, I think. I did like 3 songs.
Oh shit, well then I gotta do my new Gundam song.
I have a problem with the fact that like people who sing about the universal century will like kind of treat Xeon like it's just like a flavor and not like straight up fascism.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Even if Zaku are cool.
What's that?
I said even if Zaku are cool.
Yeah, no, I'm writing the song I wrote is called Rick Diaz.
Hell yeah.
It sounds like a dude named Rick, but no, it's the name of basically the Ford Taurus of models from Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam. So this is a song about Rick Diaz. Well, I'm glad someone decided. I did this at an open mic and it was crickets. It was hilarious. I had a good time. So yeah, this is my song as a tribute to just an unsung, not even like a cool one of the like once you get a model for it, like you have to be a total dork to love this, and I am a total dork. So. Titans Earth Federation defeats the visual sensory. It's once again fascism in the foreground of the universal century. Anti-Earth union groups don't stoop to war crimes, not dropping sides on cities to drop their battle lines. A grassroots resistance, no time for party votes or race. But if they had a platform, it would be human voting in space. And they're not playing, slinging suits, moonside and Granada, laying the groundwork to disrupt the Titan Armada. To protect Mother Earth and preserve what she has, AIM troops mass-produced and launched the Rick Diaz. RMS 099 kept day in progress alive. Now sleep like Mercedes, more Toyota SR5. An improvised design on Xeon, Zaku, and Dom. The word Horton Scummy fighting forces got a song. RMS 099 kept day in progress alive. Now sleep like Mercedes, more Toyota SR5. An improvised design on Xeon, Zaku, and Dom. The word Horton Scummy fighting forces got a song. To protect Mother Earth and preserve what she has, AIM troops mass-produced and launched the Rick Diaz. And human conflict is sort of one part of the score. Labor, digging ditches, and supply lines win wars. The capture of Mark II was a turn in AIM's fortune, made possible by the workers' factory floor blow torches. Children don't win wars, secret weapons be strategy. Both will complicate the field and add to tragedy's tapestry. Fortune favors the bold. Can't just do what you're told, but it's on well-laid vision, organized plans that it unfolds. Not what you'd expect, like a rare red topaz, AIM dropping innovation. Hit the field, Rick Diaz. RMS 099 kept day in progress alive. Now sleep like Mercedes, more Toyota SR5. An improvised design on Xeon, Zaku, and Dom. The word Heart and Sub-A fighting forces got a song. RMS 099 kept day in progress alive. Now sleep like Mercedes, more Toyota SR5. An improvised design on Xeon, Zaku, and Dom. The word Heart and Sub-A fighting forces got a song. Not what you'd expect, like a rare red topaz, AIM dropping innovation. Hit the field, Rick Diaz. Foreborn and war-torn pilots hanging on endorphins. Bereaved children manning the guns instead of grieving as war orphans. Blood source, satellite sources, the future sight, cyber new types stalking on the battlefield when veteran opponents take flight. There's no winners in warfare, because it isn't a game. War's a story told to make sense of violence mundane. Warfare's the reality, Corsairs, destruction, fatality. War's the narrative given for moral imperative in totality. Grim's conflict, more theatrics, less jazz. The baseline of AU's plan was Rick Diaz. RMSO 99 kept AU progress alive. Not sleep like Mercedes or Toyota SR5. An improvised design on Xeon, Zaku, and Dom. The workhorse of AU's fighting forces got a song. RMSO 99 kept AU progress alive. Not sleep like Mercedes or Toyota SR5. An improvised design on Xeon, Zaku, and Dom. The workhorse of AU's fighting forces got a song. Crypt conflict, less theatrics, more jazz. The baseline of AU's plans was Rick Diaz.
So yeah, that's my song for like the Ford Ranger of like the Gundam world. I think I got 12. I think I have time for my love letter to Hating on AI. Harder Not Smarter. Some audience participation, you'll pick up on it. The smartest artist can do to get a kickstart is rely on AI, help to handle all the tricky parts. A generative LLM becomes the artist a la carte, with no room for humans except for all their stolen art, but I go hard. I push my limit for decades, countless listeners of grifters, write my notes like the Stone Age, retro pocket arcade, training skills to get sharper, storm the shortcuts in half. I work harder, not smarter. Ha ha, harder, not smarter. Ha ha, harder, not smarter. Ha ha ha, harder, not smarter. It's all meticulous planning. I map and draft out the process, translate into APIT my compositional prowess. The prefab MIDI file bounce throughout my procedure. The sound of these speakers are my photonic features. Don't eat your heart out if you have one to eat, or borrow the heart-taking riches if you can stomach concrete. No prompt to AI, will get light as to how. Going hard and down my efforts to create here and now. You see, I orchestrate the sonic machining of melody, artistic engineering, accumulating growth by necessity. Nevertheless, the work of mess I'm often taking a guess. I explore and work with less regret between each deep breath. I confess I don't digress, I cut excess and obsess upon every system taken, come creative largesse. Generous in the last, my best plans are just starters. This is only the beginning. I'm a harder, not smarter. Ha ha, harder, not smarter. Ha ha ha, harder, not smarter. Harder, not smarter. No compromise is going out. Playing show live with art despised and the size and taxidermied as a prize. Vector camera slots and pop a porcelain frame. So easy yet disposable, it's not worth the name. The checks are dead upon arrival, there's no struggle intervening. For the atrophy technology, apologies to meaning. The labor for a craft with their product cannot last. Do the math as well and put that slop on blast. And go harder, not smarter. Ha ha, harder, not smarter. Ha ha, harder, not smarter. Ha ha, harder, not smarter. Harder, not smarter. Ha ha, harder, not smarter. Yeah. Harder, not smarter. Harder, not smarter. Hold on. It's not that deep. I see you work smarter. I hate too much, and yet I'll only go harder. The path of least resistance, I guess you call that smarter. But breaking custom crystals, you know that goes way harder. Conserve your energy, you baby leap on the wind. I bury broken dreams like seeds in dying soil to contend. With every fear of loss, I buried what's called condemned. On the chance of seeing springs of never to the sky rend. Oh, is that cringe? Then prepare to cringe harder. I count on tender straps with the audacity to get larger. Defy the status quo and go against the foe. It seems so obsolete and slow, and oh no, the resistance makes me stronger. And yes, in some eyes I'll only get wronger, but no more doubt for me or room to barter. When I'm a goner, I'll say harder, not smarter, harder, not smarter, harder, not smarter, harder, not smarter. It's not a labor of love, I say it's love for the labor. You hire an army for cheap, I set the way of the saber. You train a bot to lift your weight, I train to navigate canyon. You let your skill knife defeat, the party grows a companion. Harder and harder, till I can't help getting smarter. I'll double down those games with no refrain to go harder. Harder, not smarter. I said I'll double down those games with no refrain and go harder, 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 not smarter. Ha ha, harder, not smarter. Ha ha ha, harder, not smarter. Ha ha ha, harder, not smarter. 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 Harder. not smarter. Thank you all so much. My name is Condard. Next up is Gunpei.